Time for a grudge match. Kevin and Byron. Byron shoots in. They bounce off each other. That was almost like a video game glitch. Byron shot in on the double, and it knocked Kevin off balance, but Byron fell. And then Kevin was able to scramble and get up on top. I don't think there would be points for that since Byron fell. Like, Kevin didn't really do anything to knock him down. So I believe there would just be no score, but Kevin ends up on top, which is valuable. And Byron's trying to get up. He's looking for an arm drag. He has to try to pass that arm over to the other side. Kevin's in a good spot to try to pressure pass now. He's got his head in good position. He had his head under the chin there. That's a good spot to have it, kind of on his chest, under his chin. Byron's looking to try to fight for a guillotine here. Looks like arm in, but Kevin stepped around the legs. Now, once Kevin escapes this guillotine, he'll get points for side control. But he's got to shake this guillotine off, because Byron could just try to use this to defend, get back to guard. Now Kevin will get his points. So Kevin's up 3-0 with a guard pass, and he's got Byron pinned into side control. He's got a good cross face. You can see how Byron's forced to look the other way. Kevin's moving into Byron's knees. That's good to try to knock the hips over and control him. Byron reguards. Looked like Kevin tried to block that knee from coming in with his right arm, but he was just a little bit too late. So he's still in a good spot because he's still got Byron in like a crushed half guard. He's got a good cross face. Byron's got to try to create space in this situation, try to turn in. Kevin's locking his hands low. This would be another good time to try to attack that guillotine, or if Byron could get up and just butt scoot and try to free his legs from Kevin scooting backwards, that could work. He's posted on the hip to frame. Now he switches to the Kimura. That was a nice transition. Now, once you get this Kimura, you don't ever want to let it go. He's locked up real tight. Kevin could try to step around the head and go for the counter arm lock. That forced Byron to let go as he circled north-south. So that would be another 3 points for Kevin since Byron was able to re-guard and establish the guard. Kevin passed again. Byron's able to re-establish the half guard once more. But Byron's still flat on his back. This is Byron's problem from half guard that I'm seeing. Yeah, there you go. Now turn to get on your side. And now Kevin should be fighting to try to take Byron off his elbow and flatten him back out. But he snuck that Kimura on, and he gets the tap. And that was interesting because the Kimura happened twice. One time he finished this time, and the other time Kevin was able to escape. So let's see if we can see the differences. Byron's locked with the half guard. Kevin's elbow was away from his body. That means there's Kimura potential. Byron locked it up and immediately got the hand behind the back. And him keeping Kevin in a half guard prevented him from being able to do a defensive roll and escape. This is when Kevin was able to escape because Byron doesn't have any control over his legs, right? He has the same exact Kimura lock, but look, Kevin's legs are free and he's leaning all of his weight onto the Kimura, onto the arm that's getting Kimura'd. And then you're going to see him start to move around north-south. See, he kind of uses legs for base there. And he's going to start to step around, stepping up on that left foot. Now there's no real Kimura potential for Byron anymore, and he has to let go. So just kind of interesting how those two things played out. Great match.